Okay, so last year I was at Target because I needed to buy a new math notebook because my current one ran out of pages. But I saw this self-care journal and it was actually cheaper than a regular notebook, so I was like, I'm gonna take notes in this self-care journal, and that's what I did. Every page in this notebook has an activity that I guess they want you to do for that day, and all of them are written in like a fancy font. And then one day I got this idea and I was like, what if I try to do all these challenges in one day? So I listed all the challenges and realized that there were 108 of them. And at that moment, I realized, yeah, I can totally do this. So the first challenge you see in the book is watch the sunrise or sunset. So yeah, I didn't do that one first because the sunrise is at 6:40 and I woke up at like 9 o'clock. But that means I slept for 8 hours, which is a challenge. I started off by doing some easy challenges like breathe deeply. I then read the word of the day, which was contraption, and I texted my friend an inside joke and he responded accordingly. I then turned my phone off and then immediately turned it back on. I created a routine on my whiteboard and added something awesome to it. After that, I played my favorite video game, which is not Brawl Stars, so I played Project Sekai instead. I don't think Project Sekai is actually my favorite video game, but I wanted to play it, so it's my favorite video game for these few minutes. And yes, I'm playing on the floor because I couldn't find another way to stand my phone. After that, I shut down my computer so I could unplug it for at least 1 hour. I then left because there's some things I need to do outside of my dorm. So first I went to the dining hall to get breakfast and I watched the clouds on my way there. I got this weird chicken patty thing because I never ate it before because I have to try new food, and it was okay. Just kidding, it was actually disgusting. I didn't finish it. One of the challenges was sip some seltzer water, and I didn't know what that was, so I googled it and it said carbonated water, so I got Sprite. I then ate the cinnamon roll, and I got another one to complete the dessert number 2 on the one challenge. I then had a big old glass of water and I hated it. And then I made coffee and it was super weird because I just walked out and threw it away. After that, I went for a run on this path, which completes go for a run and exercise. And at the end, I tried to touch my toes so I could stretch, but I couldn't. I then walked to the baseball stadium to attend the sporting event that happened yesterday, but I guess I was too late. And then after that, I found this trail and went on a hike. It was definitely not right next to the road in the parking lot. And then I hugged a tree and there was a guy looking at me like I was weird. The next thing I wanted to do was go to the gym. So I walked and walked and walked and walked until I got to the gym, and then I went in and immediately left because I already exercised today. I then went into the store that was run by the university and I browsed all the books. Like, look how many books they have. I then went to do the hardest challenge, visit a museum. I did some research beforehand and there's actually a museum here, but it's on the other side of campus, so I spent a lot of time walking there. But on the way, I went on a photography walk. Look at all these beautiful pictures I took. After walking for about 20 minutes, I got to the museum and I went to the entrance, but decided not to go in because there was a person in there. I didn't know if she worked for the museum. I didn't want to just go in and like immediately leave. On my way back, I wanted to do the order yummy takeout challenge. I saw this instant hot pot place, so I decided to try it. I didn't record myself adding the ingredients because they were talking to me and I was like one out of the 3 people there, but I got the food and they put it in this like fancy bag. I then went to Target because there's a few challenges where I need to buy stuff, namely light a candle, buy a cute houseplant, and buy and read a magazine that catches your eye. So I got the candle, which was kind of hard to find. I was originally going to buy one of these plants off the shelf, but then I saw these plants and they were only $5 and the other ones were $12, so I just bought those instead. I couldn't find any magazines, so I just left. I then went to visit my local library and I just walked through it and into the back exit. And then I went back to my dorm and realized that I don't know how to take care of my new plant, so I called my mom. I bought a plant, but I don't know how to take care of it. And then my roommate told me that the plant was plastic, which is probably why it was so cheap. I then ate the hot pot. It came in like this box, and then there's like food inside of it. Wow. Okay, I finished like most of it, and it's actually pretty good. Like, I actually want to go back. Like, I will actually like go back and like get it some other day. Yeah, I've went there like 5 times already. After that, I completed a lot of challenges that I can just do in my dorm. I first took a nap and I totally fell asleep. And then I wrote down what I'm grateful for, and then I did some gardening by watering my plastic plant. I then did Club League and Brawl Stars in my group, and we won both our matches, so it was pretty fun. You could say that I joined a fun group, and I also helped our team, so that counts as help someone. I then wrote a thank you note, and I got all the blankets from my bed to make a blanket fort. I then googled how to meditate, and I did some meditating. It sounded like this.
One on the street. The tree.
I didn't want to do the challenge, put on your brightest spandex and embrace your inner modern dancer and dance it out. Parentheses, maybe we suggest conga like Gloria Efestin at the same time. I had to Google what spandex is, and I don't have one of those, so I don't really have a brightest spandex, so I don't even have one. I then Googled conga because I've never heard it before.
Looks like regular ammo.
What is going on?
Holy shit, there's so many dead people here.
I was so confused, but I did do the dance move that those people in the beginning were doing, which was sitting down. I then got a message from my friend ZZNNAYD, and then I doodled a little dog. After that, I complimented a stranger, but not in like a catcall way, by going into a Clash Royale match and saying well played. And then I left. And then I moisturized by washing my hands because to moisturize means it makes something less dry. And then I painted my nails, which felt really weird. And I probably should have done that before I moisturized, but whatever. After that, I completed the challenge, You Got This. I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. And then I quit worrying for 5 minutes, zoned out for a bit, and relaxed all at the same time. I thought it was so funny when I was taking notes in class, I flipped over the page and it said zone out for a bit. After that, I had to listen to my favorite song, so I took a quiz to find out what it is. I got this random song and I was like, what the heck? I then listened to an interesting interview and watched my favorite movie, which I also don't really have, so I just watched the Clash Royale movie, Lost and Crowned. But while I was watching the movie, one of my suite mates brought a lighter and I lit the candle. I then watched some animal videos, listened to this new band called The Good Randoms, and then listened to the Brawl Stars podcast called Time to Explain. And more specifically, the part where they said they weren't gonna rework Edgar, because that was my favorite part. I then watched Amelie, which I had to Google again, and it's a movie, so I just watched the trailer, but it wasn't even in English. And I learned that the movie existed, so I learned something new. I then did a Brawl Stars crossword puzzle, but I couldn't figure out what the second one was. And I looked at a familiar place with fresh eyes by taking off my glasses. And then I painted, and I drew Mortis, and I had to kiss someone / something you love, so I kissed the Mortis. And I did some journaling. I then had to send a letter, so I chose the letter A, and I sent it to my roommate.
Hey.
After that, I created a body of water, and I sat next to it and listened, but I didn't hear anything. I then talked to an octogenarian who's someone that's 80 years old. I asked him if he played Brawl Stars, and he actually does play Brawl Stars, which is very impressive. And then I said, okay, bye, and he got mad at me. I then tried to find my Zen, so I googled it, but while I was reading it, I remembered where it was, and I found my Zen garden. I watered my plants, and it gave me like 10 coins. After that, I colored something fun, so I colored my Mortis drawing, and then I quoted a funny movie.
If you ain't first, you're last.
What?
If you ain't first, you're last.
Okay, if you ain't first, you're last. And I then watched my favorite stand-up comedian, but I don't really watch stand-up comedians, so I just chose a random one, and I watched him. It was kind of creepy. I then jumped on my bed, cause that's basically a trampoline, and I emptied my closet of everything I don't wear.
Where are you going?
After that, I volunteered to clean my room. The first thing I did was organize my desk, which is another challenge. And one of the other challenges was try out a fun sheet mask. I asked my roommate what that was earlier, and he said that was like a face mask. And well, while I was cleaning my room, I found the face mask, so I put it on, and it was really fun. You like my new sheet mask?
That doesn't count.
I did have to plan a girls' night, but I was kind of stuck because I didn't know what to do besides play Brawl Stars and do clan war attacks. So I called my friend Etho the Snowman to help me. Okay, so I have a challenge. I have to plan a girls' night. I don't know what to do.
For what?
But so what I have so far is play Brawl Stars and do our war attacks. So I don't know what else I need to put.
Wait, I'm sorry. Planning a girls' night or a guys' night? What the?
Girls' night. That's what the challenge says.
Any girls who play video games?
What the crap?
Are you supposed to get shopping? You're supposed to get manicures. You're supposed to go to like restaurants. You're supposed to go window shopping, and then
Okay.
and then after that you go to someone's house and then you like party.
Okay, so I have a shopping bag, and I have windows.
It's a game that girls play. I feel like they would play Roblox or something.
Oh, okay, I'll write that down too.
Fashion famous on Roblox.
Okay, and that's it?
No, you should like add the window and the shopping together. Like, add them together, and then that's fine. Because no, it's like window shopping.
Why they shop for? Oh, they buying like Windows 11?
Oh my
Let me
God.
write that down. Okay, then what else do they do?
And then they talk for hours. Oh, and then they do their skincare, and then they get matching PJs.
Heck. Well, I don't know how to draw that. And then what?
I mean, that's a lot. So.
Okay, here's the new picture. After that, I did some yoga. I then looked at family photo albums. I then had to cuddle with my pet or human companion, and my roommate let me borrow his pet rock, so I cuddled with that. I then visited an old friend. One of my oldest friends has got to be Leon Crowspike, so I visited him. I then donated a goblin cage and 8 rascals to a cause I care about, which is my clanmates maxing out those cards. I then had to put on a record, but I've been recording the entire day, so I think I've already completed this one. And if that's not enough, I even got a new high score on this Citus level, and that's basically like a new record. I then had to read my favorite children's book, and I don't really remember any, but then I remember Diary of a Wimpy Kid, so I just read the first page off of Google Images. And after that, I acknowledged my feelings. I'm so ready to finish this. I don't want to do any more of these stupid challenges, okay? But it's okay because I'm on the final stretch. I then went back to the dining hall to eat dinner, which was actually disgusting, so I didn't really eat it. But I made an ice cream sundae, and that was pretty good. I then walked to a tea place to get a spot of tea, and I just ordered classic milk tea. I don't really like milk tea, so it wasn't that good. But there's a CVS next door, so I went there to buy and read a magazine that catches my eye. This Mario magazine caught my eye, and I was like, this is gonna be the only one that's on like video games. So I was gonna buy it, but it was freaking $13. So yeah, that's not happening. And then this guy helped me, and I bought this cheap magazine that was only $3. When I got back to the dorm, I had to read the magazine. It was really boring. It was like reading the Project Sekai story. I then shook the magazine off my desk. And after that, I had a conversation I've been avoiding, which was with the octogenarian. And we had a really weird conversation. He kept generating these random images every time. I then made a collage that was like a bunch of mortises. After that, I did all the cooking challenges. I went to cook ramen for Cook Yourself Something Fancy because ramen is fancy, and I brought an Oreo with me as well. So at the study room, the first thing I did was build a fire by turning on the stove, and that counts because I mean, how else is my food gonna cook if it's not from a fire? I then baked the Oreo in the oven for Bake Something Yummy because the Oreo is something yummy and I'm baking it. After I cooked everything, I brought all the stuff back to my dorm and hosted a potluck. Okay, welcome to my potluck, everyone. Okay, so in the first loot box, we have ramen, and in the second loot box, we got Oreo, baked Oreo, and I dropped on the floors. And then I savored my favorite meal, which of course is the ramen I cooked. It was really bad. I mean, it was really good because it's my favorite meal. While I was eating my ramen, my alarm went off that I set for the sunset, so I ran outside to watch it. I then realized that I forgot about 2 challenges. The first one was pray, and I was so tired from running around doing all these challenges. Like, I just wanted to be done. I could not think of anything, so I just said, oh Lord, I don't know what to do. Please give me free gems in Brawl Stars tomorrow. The other one was write a story, so I just did what everyone does nowadays when they need to write something, and I made ChatGPT write it. And now that the sun is set, I can do the last 2 challenges. I had a cozy night in, which is pretty easy, and then I hosted a craft night. Okay, as you can see, it's night outside. Okay. I did it. After that, I did the last challenge, which was list today's successes. So I listed all of them, and they were green, but I didn't care. I was so tired. And yeah, so that's how I wasted an entire day. I don't recommend doing all these challenges one day because I don't think it helped. I think it actually made me worse. Okay, bye.